am advertising and branding this show in a way until I'm breaking records. And so Black Expo USA is traveling the country and doing 14 cities. They're doing Houston, they're doing Dallas, they're doing DC, they're doing New Jersey, they're doing Indianapolis, they're doing New York City, Jacob Javits Center, 100,000 people 4 days in a row. They're doing Indianapolis, they're doing St. Louis, they're doing Oakland, they're doing LA, and they're doing Richmond, Virginia, and one more, and they're doing Tennessee. How do I know which cities they doing? I am here in Durham doing the Black Business Expo, right? And in walks, remember I told you I'm a research guy. I am watching BET, I'm not BET, I'm looking at Black Enterprise Magazine. There was a magazine called Dollars and Cents. There was a magazine called Black People's Magazine. I'm looking at Jed and Ebony. I'm looking at all these magazines. And I find out about Black Expo USA doing these 14 cities. I'm reading, I'm studying, I'm reading, I'm looking, but I'm off the grid. I'm thinking 3 people created Black Expo USA: Jesse Bozeman, Jerry Roebuck, and Bill Cherry. The reason I'm taking the time to give y'all the backstory, so you know that I'm not just saying these things like many people just be talking about things. I'm telling you exactly what happened. Bill Cherry had married a girl from Durham who was a flight attendant. So he was living in Durham and flying to New York and handling the Black Expo USA out of New York to the 14 cities. And he was reading the newspaper, and guess who shows up in the newspaper? Eric Kelly, Black Business Expo, 7,000 people breaking records. So he comes to my office. My secretary said, there's a Bill Cherry to see you. And I said, why are you joking? Ain't no Bill Cherry coming to see me. He's in New York. She didn't know that I knew who Bill Cherry was. She was just coming in to say it's a Bill Cherry. I said, ain't no Bill Cherry out. You just play. She said, Eric, Bill Cherry is here to see you. I said, what? Walk out of my office. Here's this gentleman, older gentleman. He's in a white warm-up suit, and you can tell he's rich. The white warm-up suit he's wearing is one I cannot afford. Okay, I'm a fashionista guy. I know what fashion is all about. On his arms are gold watches and rings and diamonds, and you know how they did it in New York in those days. Okay, the old heads, they just did it subtle. You looked at him and said, oh, wait a minute. What? Oh. And so he says to me, he said, Eric, can we go to lunch together? I said, yes, sir. Because I am looking at where I want to go.
Exactly.
Because I've done the research. I go to lunch with him. He keeps me to lunch from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Because he had something in his mind he wanted to talk to me about, and he wanted to know all about me. So we went through that whole deal. And then he said, I'd like to take you to New York so you can see our show. Okay, this is with LL Cool J's, Houdini, Aretha, anybody that was anybody in New York City, Ashford, everybody. That's the kind of entertainment they had at their shows. Okay, and so Queen Latifah, all these people. And so I says to him, okay, he never once said to me it was going to cost me anything. I'm just saying yes. They could have killed me. Anything could have happened to me, but I'm walking out on faith. I get to the airport. I've never been in first class. I'm in first class. We fly to New York City. The limousine picks us up. Yeah, I've been in limousines, but the limousine ain't never picked me up. You know,
big difference.
It's a big difference. Somebody open the door for you, say, how you do, Mr. Kelly? Have a seat, Mr. Kelly. And I get to the hotel, and it's the Jacob Javits Center. I mean, they get to the hotel, and it's the Waldorf Astoria. And I get a suite upstairs, and it's bigger than my house. So I'm in a state of shock, like, okay, what has just happened?
Right.
Okay. So when you are in the mindset of a servant, you get far. When you're in the mindset of ego, you never get far. So when Bill called me downstairs and I met with Jerry and everything, he said, well, we want you to work on helping us to put the booths up. We want you to help us with doing this and doing, kind of a volunteer to help put the show together. What did I say? Sure, of course, I'm not spending any money. It's the weekend. What else I'm gonna be doing? I come from the country. We come up doing stuff. So I'm looking at it like this valuable experience. I get a chance to know the people. I get a chance to see what they're doing. And so I did that first job. Then they asked me to do to be a part of the crowd control because the Muslims were the security, the Black Muslims were the security. So they gave me a line to deal. Remember, I told you 100,000 people 4 days in a row. So we got lines. We're making sure the people stay in line and get in the line. Now, me, I am a problem solver. So I'm watching the lines come in. I got my line. I walk down my line and tell everybody what I'm getting ready to do because I'm in New York City. And if you know New Yorkers, they're politely rude. They just want to know what you're doing. Then they'll follow the rule. And so I walk down and telling everybody. So my line is coming in straight. The other three lines, they're coming in and people are all raggedy. So people start seeing my line coming in straight. We going smooth because we're in order. So the line beside mine decides, some of the people decide they're going to go over to my line. And I'm watching this. And I says to myself, I can't, my line's going to slow down because this line, I'm doing two lines. So I asked the guy who didn't care. I said, look, can I have your line too? He didn't care. He said, yeah, man, you can have my line. He probably was a guy that didn't even want to be there. But I'm here to do the job, solve a problem. So I go to the front, tell the guy, hold everything. Let my lines know what I'm going to do. I'm in a suit. I go walking down my line, tell everybody, stay in your line, don't come across. I'm going to get everybody in. We're going in real fast. Then I go all the way back to the door. Then I come jogging back. Say, hey, guys, we're getting ready to go in. This country boy thing. We're getting ready to go in. I'm laughing and smiling. All the beautiful women, all the business people. I'm having a ball. I tell the guy to start. The line is going in straight. Going in straight. Just going in straight. Going in straight. Bill and Jerry walks up and they look over there and they see me. And they say, Bill walks up and says, we're getting ready to go to lunch. And so I said, okay. So I tell the guys, I said, y'all got the lines, I'm ready to go. They're recruiting me to work with the show for 14 cities. I don't know this. That's what they're doing. I go and sit and have lunch. Then Jerry looks at me and said, I just got one question for you. How did you get them people to go in so straight? I said, well, I just told them what to do. I said, I come from an advertising background. That's what you do. If you tell them what to do, they'll follow you. So now we come back, the line's in chaos. So Jerry and Bill and them looking at me like, now let's see what you can do with that, Bucky. And so I just said, I see y'all later. Went to the front, told them stop the line, told the dude I'm here, told everybody, walked through the line, did the same thing, came back. Next thing you know, my line is running smooth, okay? Now, about 4 o'clock, Bill and they come up and they watch and they see in the line, and they said, we got something else we want you to do. We want you to do some announcing called Walk Baby Love, and some people may know who Walk Baby Love was. He was the #1 DJ, Black DJ in the country. Every Saturday and Sunday, Walk Baby Love would do a special on Saturday and Sundays where everybody would listen to him DJ the top songs around the country. Okay, that's on your Black radio, for those who don't know. And so when they came back, they said, well, we're going to take you from the line. I said, well, can we get somebody young to do what I was doing so that the lines will be straight? I believe that's the thing that hooked them, because I didn't just jump up and walk away from the job. I said, let's get somebody in place to actually make it happen, because I know when I leave here, it's going to be over. So I go up to, they take me up to the second floor in the Jacob Javits Center that looked at the all the booths. And mind you, they had 1,000 booths. What people don't understand is in the old days when companies and apparel companies in Glory, you remember, you've heard of Glory Food, right?
Yeah.
Glory Food started with Black Expo USA. Okay, what they would do is, you didn't have enough money to advertise to everybody, right? So what you would do is you would take the Black Expo USA tour, and you would go to 14 cities and give your stuff out and go to people and sell to shelves all over the country. You couldn't do like McDonald's and Hardee's and all them other places. So you kind of did it under the radar with Black Expo USA. That's how Glory Foods got all across the country. People don't even know that today. So I'm upstairs and I'm looking down, and Walt Baby Love walks. I say, okay, young man, go ahead and take over. I got somewhere to be, blah, blah. Bill said, go ahead and take over the microphone. What they didn't know was I was already on radio. So when they gave me the microphone to do the announcements, I was like a fish in water. I said, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Black Expo USA. And I'm sounding like Walt Baby Love right at the same time, because I'm a radio guy. So I'm announcing everything, and then people start knocking on the door. Oh, we want to see Walt Baby Love. We want to see Walt Baby. I said, well, he's not here. And you know me, I'm a people person. So people would come in, and I'm still doing announcements. And the next thing you know, I got a room full of people because they have food laid out and all this stuff. I ain't thinking about that stuff. I got a whole room of people in here, almost like a party, and I'm doing the announcements. So Bill walks in and said, what are you doing? I said, I ain't doing nothing but announcements. I said, these people coming to look for Walt Baby Love. I said, I'm not going to eat none of that food. They asked for food. I let them have it. And he said, that's fine, young man. That's fine, young man. Because he understood they was going to throw the food away. And so I'm doing that announcement. Next thing you know, they bring me downstairs. I'm on Casual Cal has to take a break. They need another announcer to get me up there to start announcing. Now, mind you, at the end of the day, they asked me would I like to go on tour with them. And I told them I had to think about it. Great-grandfather, don't jump until you think about it. So I get home, next day I get a call, and Bill calls and said, what you think you're going to do? I said, I'm still thinking about it, Bill, because I know I've already made a decision. But I need them to understand that I'm a thinker, that I'm just not going to just jump and do things. And so I called him, I said, yeah. I said, now tell me exactly the times. He says, it's only on the weekends. My brain is like, you mean I'm going to be traveling every weekend?
Yeah.
I'm going to different cities, meeting different people, I'm talking to different companies and corporations. I'm all in for this, baby. Let's do it. And so that was the launching pad for the Black Business Expo. That was the only way I was able to sustain it, because many people didn't know I was living with the model.
Right.
Okay, I didn't have to ask somebody how to do it. I was right there watching them do it. And all I had to do was emulate and duplicate. And so I was emulating and duplicating what they was doing. And so that led us to where we are today.
Five-Star BDM, Brand Development Masters, is a professional consulting and advisory group keenly focused on business development services for the small to mid-sized business and entrepreneurs. Although every business is unique, they often share business development challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. Services include process improvement and operations, digital strategy and transformation, business intelligence, digital marketing, and personal branding. Our business and personal branding company has helped a number of professionals and organizations to optimize and grow. This results in more business, more opportunities, better reach, positive outcomes. Visit www.fivestarbdm.com today to learn more.